She barked enough.
What is this? Kids taking pictures? I was sitting there and I noticed across the field over in the other corner of, what the hell's her name?
Stope?
No, it ain't Stope. It's the one that owns that patch right out there to the west side of the woodshed. Carlson.
Oh,
Herb Carlson's place. And then in that corner of the woods, there was a guy sitting in there. Now, I didn't know who it was. And all of a sudden, the other fellow that used to live there, his kid, his old man with one arm, Castell.
Phil, yeah.
The oldest boy, he was...
Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie. He come stumbling down the fence line, and he seen me sitting there, and then he walked back up the fence line, to the south. And I'm watching, and I'm sitting there, and pretty soon, this guy in the corner, and there's a stump there, an old black oak stump with a bunch of stubs, they'd cut it off like a pin cushion, and he's standing behind that. And I see him throw his gun up and bang, 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 bang. He empties it, see? What the hell is he shooting at? Jesus, here pretty soon he empties his gun, and about that time I happened to look behind me, and here comes the biggest damn buck I ever laid my eyes on. And I lined up on him just as he was jumping the fence, and I touched one off, and I seen him shred her, and he put her run over Castell. He run up to Castell and put her run over him, and he turned around, and he was spilling blood out of four sides of him. Castell opened up on him, and then he come back across the field, and this Dave Oberg, he was behind that black stump there. He laid down, and the buck run within about 5 feet of him. His gun was empty. He had a handgun. He never even thought of using that to run. Like I said, he could have reached out and
touched someone.
Nutted it. Okay, so the deer went right on by him. And it wasn't a lick of snow, and I went down. I knew I'd hit him, but I didn't know how hard, and I tracked him back in there till he hit into the brush, and I couldn't, it was like looking for a needle in the haystack. So anyway, getting down to the real deal of this outfit, I went back to my stand, and Oberg went back to his, and Castell, I don't know where the hell he went. He drifted off, gone. So I figured the deer must be coming out of the east and going to the west, because that's the way this buck was coming. So I turned around and I'm watching that way. Of course, I'm not thinking about this big wide open field in front of me. All of a sudden, I hear crack, boom, and I turn around, and there's about a 75-pound doe out in the middle of the field. I know it didn't weigh more than that with all the hair on it. And half of that was gone after the one shot, because the sun was just right, and a big cloud of hair flew off of it, and I thought, I lined up and I thought, well, there's no sense in me shooting that, because it's dead already, And the deer took a couple faltering steps, staggering. You could see it couldn't run anymore. And pow, kaploop, it goes, and it went ploop like that, see. Shot it right in the guts, and the shit flew off both sides, And I thought, my God, it's going to go down, and it started going down, and he let her have it again. Kapow, ploop, and it stiffened right out, see. The fourth shot, he cut one leg right out from underneath it. It just flew, the splinters and that. It was like somebody throwing an axe in a wood pile. And the fifth shot, the head was starting to go down, it was put by its knees, and he hit it again, and it stiffened right out again. And I thought, Jesus, you got nothing but hamburger out there. It was an overgrown cottontail to start with, and he's got 4 rounds, five rounds out of a 0.6 into it, see? Or 308, I don't know which one. It's 0.6, I think it was. Well, finally it went down. Jesus, he comes out from behind that stump, and he throws his deer rifle. I seen that go, I got it, I got it, I got it. He's coming, he looked like that bear, 90 miles an hour, 40-footed jump. Here he come across the field, And evidently he must have listened to me, because the first time I told him about it, I said, why didn't you empty your handgun into that buck that run by him? See, here he comes with that handgun, and he runs up on that deer, and it's laying out there spread over about a 30-foot area. There's part of the leg here, the guts are laying over there, and the heart and the liver is hanging out the side, and 4 or 5 ribs are gone. And he runs up on top of that deer, bang, 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 9 rounds out of that automatic handgun he's got. And I got out, I walked out to him, and boy, I sure got that one. He said, I really got it. I says, yeah. I says, you better give her another one. I said, I think I seen something quivered on it. But I did tell him, I told him, I said, you know, fella, I said, you're going to need some help getting all that lead off the field.
God damn.
No, he was something else. I remember when he got that son of a bitch.
I suppose he threw it on his car and dragged that.
Hell yeah. He had it. Remember Dave lived down there in the basement? He had her hanging there.
Yep. What would hang?
Yeah, funny it would hang together.
And that was his first buck. That was his first deer.
Gee.